Hey guys, so it's been a really long time since I've talked to you. I'm so sorry. I've been MIA. Just been like really busy around here still because I actually still have puppies. More on that in a little bit. But before I get started in this video, I just want to apologize if you hear any barking going on in the background. Like I said, I still have puppies. And of course my dogs like to play around and horse around, so they like to make a lot of noise. So I apologize in advance for that. But I have a lot of announcements to go over with you guys in terms of the future of the breeding business, my life, the plans for the future, and my dogs that I own, and also for what's going on right here and right now. So this is actually going to be like a two-part video. This first part video will be talking about kind of what's going on right now, and then the second part video will be discussing like the future of my business and my life. But that will be released. Well, I probably won't even make that until like a little bit later, like in a month or something like that. So so in this video, we're just gonna talk about like what's going on right now, what puppies I actually still have available, and you know, plans for future litters. So let's go ahead and get started. So I still have mini size and standard size puppies available, and I do not have any micro mini size, just mini and standards. And I knew I was gonna have these puppies for a while because the demand for just puppies in general has gone down tremendously, of course, since 2020, the pandemic. And so I still have puppies. The minis that I have available are almost 6 months old. Actually, no, they just turned 6 months old. And the standards, they are 4 months old now. And you probably noticed I took down all the pictures of the standards, like the puppy pictures and the minis. I still have the videos up, but I took down all their pictures. And the reason why is because I've been kind of focusing at this time on training them, socializing them, and not really focusing on finding them homes, because it's really important that they get socialized at this time, instead of me focusing so much on finding them homes, which obviously that is very important, but it is important that they reach their milestones when they need to. And so these puppy years are very important, and I do need to keep up with that, you know, whether or not I have a lot of puppies or I don't have that many. So that's why I've been like so insanely busy. And of course, since it's only me, I, you know, don't have much time to myself. And I have been focusing them all at kind of at the same time, but then I do one at a time also. So I do generally all of them kind of training, like the basics as much as I can, you know, and then I'll take one puppy and kind of focus solely on that one to really get down the training, like the house training, the leash training, the stairs, socializing. Obviously I'm socializing all of them, but just to make sure like each one of them is reaching their goals. So I've been focusing one-on-one on that. So with all that being said, just kind of give you more information on a mini size puppy if you're interested at all. I have 4 minis available. I have 3 boys and 1 girl. And like I said, they're almost, no, they are 6 months old. So they've had all their first set of vaccines. I'm going to be taking them to get their rabies vaccine. And I think they're old enough to get their first adult set of shots. And so they're all crate trained, they're all leash trained, and they're all been socializing with people. Now it's just the house training I have to kind of get down. The house training is kind of what takes the longest. And obviously, if you know, by house training, you really have to spend your time one-on-one with a puppy to make sure that they get the house training down. So that's what I have to kind of work on individually with the puppies. So with that being said, I am going to be having a mini size puppy available probably in the next like week or so. I will be posting a video letting you know all about him. But he's going to come leash trained, housebroken, crate trained, socialized, up to date on all his vaccines, and groomed. But we'll talk more about that later, that specific, you know, stuff with the puppies. But I am not planning on having any more minis this year. So if you are interested in a mini from me this year, you can place a deposit. Like I said, I have 4 of the minis available. They're 6 months old. I will be finding them homes individually, one by one. So the first puppy is going to become available in the next week or so, and then like a few weeks later, I'll have another puppy that will be ready to go after I get done with the house training for the other puppy. So it'll be one by one that they'll be available. But if you are interested in a mini size and you want to place your deposit, I have 4 spots open because I have 4 puppies available, 1 girl and 3 boys. So you can go ahead and place your deposit. I'll send you an application. And that also goes for the standard sizes. Now they're a little bit younger. They're only about 4 months old. So the house training, they might not get completely done with me, and their vaccines, they might not get completely done with me. But I will start the crate training and the socialization, but it'll be kind of the same for them too. So after the minis have found their homes, I will be focusing on the standard since they're younger, on getting them trained, socialized, and whatnot, and then start finding them homes as well. So you can place deposits for them. There are 6 of them, so there are 6 spots available. And just so you guys know, I will not be having any more standard size puppies ever at all again. And not to say that I don't want to or anything, it's just that I don't have the space for them. And there are plenty of awesome Goldendoodle breeders out there that breed standard sizes that has the appropriate setting and space to have large breed dogs. And it's just me, you know, me and my mom work together, but it's mostly on the micro minis that we work together. So I don't really have anyone that kind of helps me and my family or friends with these large puppies. And I just think that they need someone that is, you know, that has the space, and I just don't have that. And I know I've been breeding standard sizes for a very long time, but I just think that I've realized that the smaller sizes are what's best for me. So if you are wanting a standard size Goldendoodle from me, definitely let me know, because this will be my very last standard size litter ever. And these standards are F1s, so that means that the mom is a golden retriever, dad's a poodle, and then for the minis, these are F1Bs. So the mom is a F1 Goldendoodle, and the dad is a toy poodle. So those are the puppies I currently have. Like I said, if you're interested, please let me know. I can send you an application. You can place deposits, and the first mini will be available within the next week or so, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. My mom and I have discussed, and we have decided that we would like to have another litter of micro minis later on this year. We actually have decided to retire Pride early because unfortunately she had to have an emergency C-section. Everything turned out okay. Her puppies were fine, obviously, as you guys know, and she did amazing as a mom. But we just kind of felt that, you know, that was kind of nature's way of letting us know that it was her time to retire. And we never want to do anything that will compromise the health of her and her puppies. Even though the vet said that she would be fine to, you know, she's healthy enough to have like another litter. We just really feel like, you know, like if there's gonna be like any sort of complications, we don't need to keep breeding her. Like we just don't. We breed them until we see any sign not to. And if they can't have them naturally, you know, successfully, fine. And if there are any issues with any of the puppies, like ever, then like we're just like no, like we'll just stop, you know, we'll just spay him at that point. And we also sensed that she was telling us, Pride, I mean, that she was just done, like she didn't want to have any more. Like I sensed it, and my mom sensed it, and so we listened to her because I really believe dogs can communicate with us. And I felt like she really wanted this to be her last litter. And so we were like, okay, this will be your last litter. And so we decided to retire her early. But we still have her sister Prey, which we do plan on having, or we would like to have more micro minis with her later on this year, because she had very successful labor and delivery and her puppies were great. So we'd like to have another litter with her. So after discussing with my mom, because Prey is my mom's dog. We decided that if we can at least get a few people on the list, then we will go ahead and breed Prey with Pippin, my toy poodle, to have more micro minis later on this year. And the reason why we want to make sure that we have a list going is because, as you guys know, the demand isn't as high as it once was a year or so ago. And we just want to make sure that we have families for these puppies, so that they can go to their families as soon as they possibly can. And that, you know, we're not in the situation that we are in right now, where they're not with their families yet. So we want to at least get like a few people on the list. We don't have to get like a full list filled, but we want to get at least, you know, like a few people, like 3 people. So that'll help us feel more confident with having like a litter of puppies that will have homes at the appropriate time. So if you're interested in a micro mini, we are expecting her to go into heat within the next month or so. She kind of only goes into heat once a year. I think the smaller the dogs, the less they go into heat. She only goes into heat once every 10 months. So we aren't really expecting another litter of micro minis until like sometime middle of next year or even later, just depending on how things go. But like I said, we do want to have a litter of micro minis at the end of this year. So if you're interested in a micro mini, please let me know. I apologize for, that's my toy poodle barking. He does not like to be in the crate. He does not, but he has to be in the crate so I can make this video, because all he wants me to do is hold him because he's like a little baby. So I apologize for him. I'm sorry. But anyways, yeah, so those are the plans for this coming year. Like I said, I have minis available now, I have standards available now, and I have spots open for micro minis that we were planning to have, hopefully, if we can get people on the list later on this year. Please let me know. So like I said earlier, I do have lots of other news to share with you in terms of what's going to be happening with my life and the business and the future of what I'm going to be doing with the business and breeding. But I'm going to be putting that in another video later on, so be on the lookout for that. If you have any questions at all, please message me and let me know. And I do planning on posting more now that I feel like I can. Like I was kind of waiting for the minis to turn 6 months old before I really kind of get down again into finding them homes, but I think it's time to now. So if you're interested, like I said, please let me know. Definitely be on the lookout for more pictures, videos, and all that fun stuff coming. And I guess that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!